Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP. And I gotta start with this from Dennis Angel. The XRP Ledger Smart Contracts feature is now available for developers to explore and test on AlphaNet, a dedicated development network. This groundbreaking implementation brings native Layer 1 smart contract capabilities to the XRP Ledger, combining the familiar design patterns of EVM-style contracts with the power of the XRP Ledger's native features and transactions. That was one thing that the XRP Ledger was always missing: smart contracts. Now that we have the EVM sidechain and we have smart contract development happening, that's going to bring a lot more projects to the XRP Ledger. This is only going to continue to add more value and utility over time. If XRP repeats the 2017-2018 run, we will have a $1,700 XRP, $1,697.27 to be exact. Everybody's citing the 2017-2018 run. Will it happen, though? I think it's highly unlikely. I think we're going to see some high price points for XRP. $50 plus, maybe $100 plus. But $1,700, who really knows if that's going to happen? I just don't believe it's going to happen. It also depends on where you think we are according to the 2017-2018 run. Are we still down here, or are we already halfway up this green candle? Because that makes a difference as well. I see a lot of people saying that where we are right now is halfway up the green candle, so don't expect the gains that we saw back then. But I also want to remind you that back then, people thought XRP was only going to a quarter, and it ended up going over $3. All the way down from a fraction of a penny up to $3.84. So I never say that it's not possible. I just don't think it's going to happen. How sure are you that holding 5,000 XRP will make you millionaires in 2026? So first of all, it goes down the lines of you need to hold this amount of XRP, which I always tell you, you buy whatever you could afford. That's it. Don't put a number on it. But for 5,000 XRP to make you a millionaire in 2026, the price would have to go to $200. Will that happen? I think there's a possibility of that happening if the inflows from the ETFs are bigger than what we expected. I think you also factor in the Clarity Act and institutional adoption. And then beyond that, utility starting to drive the price of XRP as well. But $50 to $100, I think that's very possible during this run. And I think the top will still come in if it's going to top out in early 2026. Now, people are saying because the cycle was delayed over time that XRP is going to run until next year this time. Nobody can confirm that either way, just like nobody can confirm that we're going to follow the 2017-2018 run. I just wanted to give you my thoughts on that because I keep seeing people saying it's perfectly matching 2017-2018. And sure, the charts look very similar right now, but that doesn't mean that history is going to play out in the same way. Analyst shares theory on who really built the XRP ledger and why Ripple will be the most valuable company. So what they're saying is the government built the XRP ledger. I think it could have been built by people that at one time worked for the government. I think David Schwartz was most likely the creator of Bitcoin, him and the other three Satoshis. Then they went on to build the XRP ledger, and even Brad Garlinghouse confirmed this. Take a listen.
I will correct one thing right out of the gates. Ripple did not actually issue XRP. The XRP ledger is an open source, decentralized technology, not dissimilar than Bitcoin. And some of the creators of the XRP ledger actually had been early engineers that worked on Bitcoin, and they saw some of the scalability problems that Bitcoin was likely to have, the speed, both from a energy consumption, cost, some of the other problems, and they wanted to build a better digital asset to solve some of these problems.
They built a better Bitcoin. So I don't think the U.S. government created the XRP ledger. I think people that might have worked for the government did, though, at some point. But one thing we know about XRP, it is absolutely fixing all the problems that they saw with Bitcoin. Bitcoin was a test coin to begin with. And this comes from Don Kwok at Easy A. In crypto, I find most people either only care about token price, aka when moon. 2, the tech and developers. Very few care about both. But to succeed in crypto, you need to understand both. You need to focus on token price because price dictates sentiment. No developer wants to build on a blockchain with a cratering token price. And you need to focus on developers because they build the utility. You also need to understand the tech so you can see the full potential of what can be built. And that's why they focus on both over there at Easy A. But it's true. I see so many people saying, why is XRP's price down today? Everybody's looking at the price of XRP. You got to look at the big picture. You got to look at what XRP is built to do to understand where XRP is going from here. XRP is built to be the world's bridge currency. It can bridge anything of value. It doesn't matter if it's tokenized assets, fiat, central bank digital currency, stable coins. It doesn't matter. XRP was built to bridge it. Crypto researcher Smoke shared a Ripple statement. We have been aligned with ISO 222 from day one. Now, I keep seeing people saying that ISO is not going to be a very big deal. It's not going to bring any value to these cryptocurrencies. Well, then why did Ripple take the time to become aligned with ISO from day one? Take a listen.
At Ripple, we've been aligned with ISO 20022 from day one. We've always recognized that this is the direction of payments and it'll be better for everyone. And we were really a first mover on that front. We've also joined the standard body to help contribute to how payments will shape in the future. Going back to your point around security, Ripple's also really committed to the highest standards in safety, privacy, and security. And a testament to this is that we have our SOC 2 certification. For those not very familiar with SOC 2, SOC 2 reports give really valuable information about an organization's security capabilities, so each of their customers and users can have confidence in that service, which means that anyone using Ripple's solution knows that we adhere to the most modern security and privacy standards. And in line with that, we've also received our SOC 2 Type 2 report. So not only do we have the policies and processes in place around various criteria related to security, availability, and the integrity of the system, but also that we've been doing so consistently for a period of time.
What she just said is this. We know that ISO 222 has to do with payments. What is Ripple all about? Cross-border payments. But then she also talked about security. What do people want? They want fast, cheap, and secure. And the fact that Ripple was aligned with ISO from day one, and they were one of the first movers, that tells you this is going to bring value to these cryptocurrencies. And it's not just going to be XRP. This comes from HBAR all in. ISO 222 is happening. It's just days away. Huge for crypto holders. And he does a complete breakdown. But the one thing he did was he also included the other ISO cryptocurrencies, not just XRP. So you see them right there. XRP and XLM already focused on cross-border payments and banking corridors. ADA, major platform with ambitions for financial infrastructure, smart contracts plus staking. HBAR, enterprise-grade ledger, governance model targeted at institutions and payments. Algo, scalable, low-fee chain with DeFi and payment ambitions. QNT, interoperability layer, quant overledger. Key when industry systems need bridges. QNT is going to bridge all of these cryptocurrencies together. It's going to be like the glue holding the entire system together. XDC, hybrid blockchain targeting trade finance, corporate bank use cases. IOTA, data and value flows in Internet of Things and machine economy, fits real-time payments narrative. IOTA is going to be a massive monster in this space with the rise of AI and Industry 4.0. XDC is going to emerge as the king of digital trade. QNT, like I said, it's going to be the glue holding the entire new financial system together. Algo, it's such a well-rounded cryptocurrency, and there's so much potential there as well. HBAR is also aligned with AI. HBAR has very similar growth to Ripple. I mean, they're both growing at a very alarming rate all throughout the bear market. ADA, I was on the fence about ADA early on, but Charles Hoskinson, he took like that 2 weeks off and then came back, and all of a sudden, everything changed around ADA. He's trying to partner up with Ripple and everybody else in this space as well. And of course, XRP and XLM. XRP was always bank-to-bank money. XLM is person-to-person money, more around remittances, things like that. But I still believe if XRP is going to hit these high price points, so is XLM. Because XRP and XLM tend to run together. We've seen it multiple times in the past. So what's everybody saying? In this run, if we're following 2017, 2018, and XRP is going to like $1,700, XLM should come in well above $500 if that was going to happen. But the one thing I wanted to assure you of is that everything is uncertain until it happens. You know, everybody's like, I can't see that happening. I don't think that's ever going to happen. And then all of a sudden, it does. And we've seen that multiple times with XRP in the past. You got to remember, people were counting XRP out back in December of 2020 when the Rippleverse SEC case started. People said, that's it, it's over for XRP. And of course, everybody dumped their tokens. Me, I bought more when that happened. Every time Gary Gensler would call something a security, I would buy that cryptocurrency. The best crypto for higher returns. Of course, XRP made the list. The institutional catalyst awakening. XRP, you look at that chart, and you could see the return on investment. I don't understand how people are still ignoring this cryptocurrency. It has the best chart in crypto. You could see the massive candles getting ready to just pop off one after another. You got to position yourself before it happens. You're only early until the institutions get here. Once the institutions get here, you will be too late. And until it happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.